Alright, this is the new HIKMicro Pocket 2, which I just received today, Saturday, January 25th, 2022. The review on this one is to show how it works, what it does, and whether I recommend it or not. So yes, I do recommend it. I still have actually the HIKMicro B10, which is a really good thermal imaging camera. I used to have a FLIR TG165X, which I'm giving to my brother, brand new, I'm giving it away. TG267, I'm giving that one away it's very used, but it's still useful, and I'm giving that to another new inspector. I'm a home inspector, by the way, and I'm giving that to a new inspector who's just starting off and does not have one, so I'm gonna give him that one. I'm getting rid of all my FLIRs. I'm not happy with FLIR. This is a lot better. I like HIKMicro a lot better. So to begin, let's look at the menus. What we have here is you can choose the rule. The rule here gives you what you can choose between. You can have over here on the left side, you can see the center. I have it on center only. If it's white, that means that's what you have chosen. So I have center because I want to capture only that which is on the center of my screen. So if I select center only, then I'm gonna get that which is a center of my screen only, and that's what's showing that little crosshairs there. That's what's gonna give me the temperature of whatever is there. We can choose others as well. You can choose to see the hot and the cold as well, and you can see they both came up here. I don't want to have all that on the screen because I want to have as little as possible on the screen so that I'm able to capture as much as possible when I'm doing my inspections. I'm looking for thermal anomalies, I'm looking for moisture, I'm looking for any electrical heat, I'm looking for temperature differences in the heater register vents. I've found leaky air vents, and I have had those brought out to the client. All right, getting back to the rule, I'm gonna get rid of the hot and the cold because I don't like to have them on there. Let's go back to the image mode. You have various image modes. You can have, as you can see, this is the fusion mode. We're gonna move to image only. The image, as you can see, it has less features on there. I'm looking at my kitchen at the stove and the counter over there. When I put it on fusion, it gives you a little more detail. You're able to see a lot more than just whatever's there. On PIP, which is a picture in picture, you get to see the exterior view of the picture and the thermal image in the center, and then you get just an optical image as well, which gives you temperature as well. But I personally like the fusion. That works best for me. The pellets, you have various kinds of pellets that you can choose from. There's black hot, there's white hot, there's iron bowl, which is what I use regularly. You have rainbow, which is this rainbow is not the best. I don't like using rainbow here. They have fusion, which is this here. Fusion's okay, I guess, but I prefer using iron bowl. And then we have red hot as well. The whatever's yellow gives you that which is hotter. So let's go back to iron bowl because that is what I do use. And now we'll get to the level and the span. I like to use only the auto. That way it's auto, and it just makes it a lot easier. You can choose manual to choose how you want to do your colors and whatnot, but I don't want to go through that there. It makes it more difficult. So getting back to the level and span, I want to do auto. That way it makes it easier for me. I like using auto. So that's that with the menu. If we go with the settings, here you can get what kind of the thermographic range. For example, they have first gear as -4 degrees to 302 degrees Fahrenheit. I like to I like to use I like to take pictures or thermal images of ovens when I'm using them. Sometimes I get up to 700 degrees in some and more. So I like to just use it to auto. That way I don't limit myself. But you can choose either of those three. The emissivity, That's when you get to choose what it is that you're trying to record. I like to keep it on human skin, which makes it the most sensitive. I like to keep it as sensitive as possible. But there, as you can see, there's various settings that you can choose there. I like to just use skin, like I said. Moving back from that, the reflection temperature. If we go to the screen now, we have the high setting here of about 87 degrees. So what I will do on the reflection temperature, I can get rid of that, add and put 87 on there, and that way it can give me a better reflection as to what's there. That way there's no interference of any temperatures, and this is the best what you want to do. You want to make it as hot as the hottest item around there is, and that way you can make better distinguishes. You can distinguish better that way. For the time being, I do like to keep that probably at about 100 degrees or something like that. Makes it easier for me. Let me set that there. That's it. The distance, there's various distances you can choose. I like to have the mid-range distance. That way it can just be an average, and to me that seems to work best. The humidity, you want to set the humidity levels, and there's an alarm as well, which I don't have an alarm. I don't like using it. There's no need for me to use it. To connect, you can capture. You can use a phone or a computer to capture images. Of course, right now I am using the computer so that I can capture the image on here, so I can, for the sake of YouTube. You can shoot your pictures via YouTube. You can send them via hotspot, or you could cast the screen, which is what I'm doing now. The capture settings are gonna be, see, you could do single capture, timed capture, like set it somewhere and then capture it after a certain amount of time. And you can do continuous capture, which is like 5 pictures at a time. You can get the resolution, which is going to be the visible screen, and that's going to be 2, 5, and 8 megapixels. I like it to be as sharp as possible, so I keep it at 8. The file name header, you can change it to whatever you want: JPG, PNG, IMG, whatever you want. But I like IMG, which seems to be the best. You have a macros mode down here, which is this bottom one. This one here, if you want to use, if you want to take pictures of anything that's very close up, you just enable it, and then you can take pictures of something that's close up without there being any problems there. And it shows you here on the bottom that you're on the macro mode. So let's go ahead and get out of the macro mode and get back to the regular image mode. All right. Now, the device settings, that just gives you can choose what temperature you're using: Celsius, Fahrenheit, or Kelvin. Of course, we're in America, so we use Fahrenheit. Distance, same thing. You can use the foot or the meters. And here, because we're in America, we use feet. So we keep it at that. Language, time and date, you can choose all that just by clicking on any of these here. You could click on any of those tabs, and you'll be able to put your settings in accordingly. You won't need no explanation for that. That's pretty much all you need on that. Getting back to our that pretty much does that there. Now, when you're on the home screen, you can also scroll down, and you can see how you can change the brightness of the screen. You can do the flashlight. That means the flashlight is on. There's actually a flashlight at the front of the screen. You can cast your images. You can do hotspot, Bluetooth for an earpiece. This is only for an earpiece. So if you want to hear what you're recording, video recording, then you can do that. And here's the Wi-Fi to get it out. All right. Now with that said, we can go ahead and go to the front screen, and we can show what we can take pictures. And there it'll be the picture there to show up right here, and then it'll come inside the saver. And it takes two kinds of pictures. It takes a thermal image, and it also takes an optical image as well. As you can see, I'm going to pull it up now. This is the latest picture I took now, and you can see here we have the optical image, and then we can go back and see the thermal image as well, which is that one there, of we just showed you right now. So if you go, you just touch the screen. This is a touch screen that I'm holding on the device. So if I touch the screen again, I'll go back and be able to see both of those pictures, and then I'll just go ahead and go back. You can see there it gives you all the information on how you have that picture set. So we can go ahead and go back. You can do video. The video here, you just click and hold the button and it'll start video recording. So everything that you can take video of whatever it is that you're recording. Sometimes there's a leak and you want to prove to a client that there's a leak, so this is useful because it'll show the water the dripping down, and that'll be able to prove it there. That way you don't have to show anything further. To stop video recording, just hit the capture button again, and that takes care of that. And that's pretty much all that there is on here. All right, I do highly recommend this camera. It is very good. I love it. It's about the size of a cell phone. I'm gonna say it's about the size of it's a little wider than an iPhone 8, a little thicker than an iPhone 8, and I'll show the actual pictures and video of this up next, or before, but you'll be able to see it.